Raidou Kuzuonha. Oof. Yes, it's time to discuss him, and if you watch my video about how I got into SMT, you'd know my first ever SMT game was Raidou Kuzuonha versus the Soulless Army. Still to this day, I regard Raidou as one of my favorite protagonists in SMT. What I personally enjoy about Raidou is how cool he is, trained to be the next inheritor of the Raidou Kuzuonha title. Ah yes, so technically, the protagonist is not named Raidou Kuzuonha, but is inherited. Anyone not familiar with the Kuzunohas, here's an overview on them. The Kuzunohas are a clan of devil summoners that protect Japan from demons and disasters as a result of higher beings interfering with human affairs. Now, I said they are a clan, so Raidou is the title of one family within the clan. The other titles that are known to us are Kyoji and Gaiden. So technically, the members of the Kuzunohas aren't necessarily blood related. One would inherit a family name when they show their strength in devil summoning. Interesting folklore relating to Kuzunoha is that she's a kitsune. In Japanese folklore, it tells Kuzunoha, who is captured by a fox hunter, but is saved by a traveling nobleman, Abeno Yasuna. He is injured fighting the hunter, but is able to free Kuzunoha. Shortly after, a woman helps him return to his destination, where they eventually fall in love and bear a son. However, this woman is actually the kitsune, Kuzunoha, and in Japanese folklore, foxes are usually described as supernatural and wise beings. Thus, their son inherits supernatural powers and is able to see his mother's fox tail as a child. This scares her and she leaves to the forest, leaving behind a goodbye poem to Yasuna and her child. Yasuna and the kid go out to search for her, and then they find her in her true appearance as a protector spirit for her shrine and gives her son the gift to speak the language of demons. This is where I can see the inspiration. The Kuzunoha clan, named after the kitsune who gifted her son the language of demons, is the symbolism for the Kuzunohas that can negotiate with demons. The inheritance of the Kuzunoha name is like being gifted the ability to speak the language of demons like Kuzunoha did to her son as well. Remember I said that the Kuzunoha is the protector of her shrine. The first location Raidou visits after passing his trial is a nameless shrine where the herald of Yatagarasu resides and where you enter the dark realm, an alternate dimension where demons reside. As you may guess, this is the same shrine that Kuzunoha protects. As stated in the story, the shrine she protects is called the Shinoda Shrine, and while the shrine is nameless, when you enter it, it has Shinoda underneath for its location. As well, there are fox statues that you can interact with. Thus, the inspiration for the Kuzunoha clan comes from the tale of Kuzunoha, the protectorate of the Shinoda Shrine, and blessing her son and future Kuzunohas the ability to speak to demons. Fun fact, you can also visit a real-life shrine dedicated to her in Osaka. Now, back to our protagonist, Raidou Kuzuonha inherits the title, becoming the 14th inheritor of the name. Accompanied with him is the overseer of all future Raidous, gouto-doji, a sarcastic black cat. The duty given to Raidou by the Herald of Yatagarasu, yes, their clan is protected by that bird known to represent divine will in Japanese mythology to protect Japan, as all Kuzunohas are given this duty by keeping demons within the dark realm stable and preventing them from disturbing humanity's order. Very law-like sounding, but it's understandable if you're familiar with Yatagarasu and other SMT games. Its alignment has always been associated with law. Thus, unlike most SMT games where you can shift to a certain alignment like law, neutrality, chaos, there is no alignment in the Soulless Army. This is because Raidou follows the orders of Yatagarasu, who leads the Kuzunohas on keeping peace in Japan, and laws usually associated with order and peace. This is not the case though for the second game, as you do have an alignment, and it's the usual three: law, neutral, chaos, that will dictate the ending you will receive. If I had to speculate, it could be because Raidou has grown as a person to create his own choices rather than being dictated by Yatagarasu. I do want to point out something, which is the time period the duology takes place. The capital, which is Tokyo, in Taisho 20, and if you're unfamiliar with how the Japanese mark their eras, it's just the name of the reigning emperor and the years they reigned. So if we look at the real-world Taisho era, it lasted from 1912 until 1926. When you say Taisho 1, it means the first year he reigned, which is 1912, and Taisho 15 being 1926, his last year of reign. wait a minute. The game says Taisho 20. Well, this is an alternate history when the Emperor Taisho did not pass away at his 15th year rule. So the time period, if we relate it to our time, will be 1931. This is important because Emperor Showa, the emperor who takes over after Taisho and is the one who transformed Japan into a militaristic empire, didn't inherit the throne. Therefore, Japan never went militaristic. Well, not that much. This is because the Taisho era was known for their liberal movement by transferring power to the Diet of Japan and following a democratic process also famously known as Taisho democracy. So allow me to get a little bit more into the details and why I absolutely love the soundtrack. The theme Shoji Meguro composed for Raidou is jazz, which rose during the Taisho era before becoming banned in the Showa era. However, because the Showa era never happened, jazz continued to become popular, so this jazz sound used for his theme is somewhat historically accurate to this alternate timeline. Also, looking at the environment, the capital is similar to how early 1930s looked in Tokyo. From fashion to architecture, you see the Western influence that rose at this time while still keeping traditional Japanese aspects. In addition, one of the main ways of transportation is using cable cars, which is accurate to its time as Tokyo became more technologically advanced. After being assigned to the capital, Raidou begins his job as a detective working with Shohei Narumi, the owner Narumi Detective Agency. The agency deals with cases either requested or asked by the police because it deals with unusual circumstances or the supernatural. It's essentially a front for Raidou to do his assigned business for Yatagarasu. Anyways, that ends my introduction to Raidou and the Kuzunohas with a little bit of folklore and history. However, did you know that the Raidou duology are the 3rd and 4th games of the Devil Summoner series? Well, if you didn't know, I'll see you in the next video if you're curious to learn more. Until then, stay salty.